So here's a weird thing. I wanted to leave you guys just the tools you needed to make your map out of any basic shape. However, you cannot make your map out of any basic shape because of some limitations. You can, as you saw, make a map out of a box. We just did that. But if you try to make one out of a sphere, you get some issues. Here's what happens when you try to load the collision geometry of a sphere. Oh, that's ugly. Here's how to fix it. If you want a round map, something that's like a sphere to roll around in, let's delete that. You want to go to Geosphere. What's the difference? Well, you can see it easier in one of these wireframe views, which you can also just click here. Go to wireframe. This is a geosphere, and this is a normal sphere. Halo can render a geosphere. It really doesn't like these regular spheres here. And you can see a geosphere is made out of all these little triangles, while this is made out of all these little squares. So if you want a round map, go to Geosphere. I'm going to make one really fast right now. Adjust it to the right size. Editable mesh. Select all of these. Surface properties, flip. Right click, object properties, backface call. And it's going to be really difficult to tell the inside from the outside, but luckily there's our little Master Chief right in there, so that tells us the size. It's a very big map, and it gives us a little hint as to what the inside looks like. So what we're going to do, we're going to unclick ignore backfacing. We're going to select everything for a little bit. Let's make it about here. We want to select half the dome. There we go. And we want to go to our surface properties and make sure that these are set to material ID 1. Remember, that is our sky material, so that when we click and drag, it will be the sky. And then drag it to the entire object at once. You can see now that I've done that, the bottom is correctly green. So that's what you want to do. So now it's done. We have it linked up to the frame. Alright, once you have your geosphere here, you want to go to modify, drop this down. There's a lot of things here. Just look for the multi-res modifier. Leave everything as they are and click generate. And just bring this down a whole bunch. Whoa! What is this doing? This is taking away all the smoothness from your sphere. So sorry, you're gonna need a bumpier sphere. It doesn't really like super smooth surfaces. It can't handle them very easily. So once it's like that, go ahead and click export. Bring it down to a certain bumpiness. I think that's bumpy enough. And run it again. If it's still complaining, go ahead and drop down the vertex count even more, just the way it is. Oh, I didn't even. Okay. Remember to export each time. There we go. So it's very annoying, but that's kind of a quick fix to that problem. I'm sure if you wanted a spherical map and you saw this problem before, you kind of panicked. It's a very annoying problem. Alright, so now that we've solved that problem, again, we have built our scenario using tool. So let's go ahead and open Gorilla. Open levels in the tags directory. Here's our sphere, sphere.scenario. The sky also determines how bright you make that background, how bright you make the level rather. So if we go to sky, last time I used clear afternoon, I believe. Let's go ahead and pick ice fields. Sure. and go to multiplayer, go to starting equipment, all games. What do we want this time? How about a plasma cannon? And go and save. Pull this spherical map up and save. Oh, shoot. Pull this spherical map up in Sapien. Remember to click the right scenario. Here we go. And you see this beautiful ice field sky. It's different than the sky we had before. And we're going to type our usual commands. Tilde, radiosity, quality, 1, radiosity, if I could spell, start. And you see everything's at 0, so we're done already. Radiosity, save. Now, where is our beautiful map? Sometimes you gotta hunt around for it. Depends on where you put the frame. Oh, we were in it. Whoa, that's confusing. Look at this thing. It would look a lot better if we had a texture to it. But this is the bowl. You can see light is coming in from the sun from that angle, and this is why it's important to have a sky. Because when determining radiosity, when determining where light goes in your map, you see only light from the sky from that sun is hitting here, and naturally you can't see the sun from here. So it's dark. Pretty cool, right? So, there's not much you can do with a simple bowl map, except for have some crazy warthog fun, so let's go ahead and do that. Remember, player starting point, pretty much the most important thing. You can't load the map without a starting point, or at least you can't load the map and play around with it. All games, those two main important things. Vehicles, edit types. Let's go ahead and add our warthog again. Remember, it's always here. And toss one in. Warthog. Okay. Cool. And let's go ahead and just save this scenario. Oh, again, make sure your starting point isn't right next to the vehicle so it runs you over. That's fine, I believe. Close this. Tool, build, cache, file, fail, file. Starting from the tags directory, we have levels, \sphere, \sphere, I believe. Yep, that's a lot of stuff. It all looks good to me. Let's go ahead and load up Halo.